What's up, everyone? Back for another beer mail, and today I will be unboxing a beer mail courtesy once again of a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Chris. So huge thanks to Chris for this box of goodies. Now, earlier this year, Chris sent me a beer mail that included a couple harder to find variants of Bourbon County brand stout in my area. So it was really cool of him to do so. And then recently I saw him checking a beer on Untappd from Goose Island that was a barrel-aged beer. And I was like, man, that sounds awesome. He's like, hey, if I can find another bottle, would you want one? And I said, of course I would. That would be fantastic. And he found one. And he sent it to me. And he also sent me some extras. So we're going to go over these real quick. But huge thanks to Chris for this one. I am really excited about it. So anyway, let's put it off camera and get into it. Now, I opened up the box to make sure everything survived, but I did not unwrap any of the beers, even though I know the vast majority of the beers in here. At least I think I do. I think there's a couple, well, we'll just go over them and then, we'll see if he sent what he said he was going to send, because I'm pretty sure he did. Anyway, yeah, I think there's 5 beers. Makes complete sense. Yep, 5 beers. So, is there a 6th one? No, that's just wrapping. So, 5 beers here. And yeah, this is the only bottle. So, this is the Goose Island one that I know of. So, first off, we will unwrap, I think these two right here are Hop Butcher beers. So, the first one here, and I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, because again, he pretty much told me what he was sending. Sometimes I forget because I'm old. So this is Hop Butcher's Sap Moss. So this is a Citra, Simcoe, and Chinook Top Double IPA, 8%. And this one was canned like 10 days ago. So this is the, I gotta do the taste notes. Like this is the, as far as I know and what Chris said, this is the West Coast version of their green moss. And I've had green moss and greener moss. So this is the West Coast version. Really looking forward to this one. Label's awesome, just like it typically is with Hop Butcher beer. So I cannot wait to try that one out. I wish they would have released green moss and I could have done a side-by-side. They released greener moss, which is the triple IPA, so really can't do that. Next, this is the other one he told me about. This is their Still Undefeated. So I think it was earlier this year, maybe late last year, I reviewed Undefeated that Hop Butcher sent my way. So this is Still Undefeated. Mosaic, Simcoe, and Citra Hop, the double IPA, 8%. And this one is about 11 days old, 10, 11 days old, based on the date. Yeah, maybe a little bit older than that. Maybe these actually might be like 12, 13 days old. Super, super old. I mean, almost 2 weeks old, undrinkable right now. These are super fresh. So, yeah, I had Undefeated. It was really good. So I'm curious to see what this one's all about. I forget the difference between them. I don't know if this is like, again, like a West Coast version of Undefeated or something else. I'll have to check on their Instagram. I don't remember them. I remember them releasing this, but I didn't look at exactly what it was. So put this over here. Next, we have a beer that I'm really excited to try. He said he was sending this one. It's from the Goldfinger Brewing Company. Now, Goldfinger is out of Illinois. I don't know if they're straight in Chicago. Downers Grove, Illinois. So I don't know if that's like a suburb of Toronto or like inside of Toronto, but this is a 5.5% Vienna style lager. And I don't drink a ton of Vienna style lagers outside of like Sam Adams. You don't see a ton of them. And I've heard really good things about Goldfinger, especially from their lagers. They do a lot of different lagers, and I had one, I think, collaboration between them and Hop Butcher that Hop Butcher sent my way, and it was pretty good. So I'm really excited about that one, more so than you would probably think. Next, we have a beer that I'm super pumped to give a go. Why? It's a Revolution beer. It's a barrel-aged Revolution beer, and it's a part of their VSOJ series. So this is VSO Gravedigger, so Scotch Ale aged in bourbon barrels. What is the percentage on this? This one was canned on April 4th of 2023, so just over 2 months old, 14.9%. Yeah, so they have their whole very special old line. Those beers are like highly sought after, part of their Deep Wood series. And I really love Gravedigger Billy. So this is going to be a treat. I cannot wait to get into this one. Really cool. He was like, yeah, I just got a can of it. I'll hook you up or whatever. I'm like, it's insane. People are insane in the best way possible. So huge thanks to Chris for all these beers. But I love Revolution's barrel-aged game. I wish we got their stuff here locally in the Western New York area, but we do not. So whatever. It is what it is. And this is the I got the Savage shirt on, cream of the crop. This is the cream of the crop when it comes to this beer mail. So this is from Goose Island, and this is they're calling it their anniversary cuvee, a barrel-aged ale. This is the 35th anniversary cuvee barrel-aged ale. It's the 2023 release. Do they have an ABV? It's probably on the bottom. So this is 14.7% alcohol by volume, and it tells you to drink it by April 30th of 2028. Typically, they give you 5 years, so this was probably bottled just over a month ago. Now, the cool thing about this beer, let you take a gander at the label. This bottle, to me, just is reminiscent of like old school Bourbon County brand stout barley wine releases. That I just love these 12-ounce bottles. I wish they would bring these back full time. They did last year with the they had the single barrels of Bourbon County. But so what this is their 35th anniversary cuvee, and what they did was they cuved 35, I'm pretty sure 35 different beers in 35 different barrels. And I watched a small clip on Instagram, and they were talking about like some of the barrels that they used were there were bourbon, there was rum, there's Jamaican rum, there was toasted barrels, but they used a bunch of different barrels, and those barrels housed a bunch of different styles. They said that there's imperial stout in there, barley wine, and even a Belgian quad. So this is like the cuvee, aka the cuvee, in like the purest sense. Like they're just cuveeing a bunch of different barrel-aged beers, and it's 35 different ones. And I'm super looking forward. Like, I'm so excited to give this a go. This is a beer that I'm probably going to just drink on my own. A lot of times I like to share. I mean, some of you who've sent me beer mails out there that include barrel-aged beers, you know that I kind of hang on to them and try to share them with other beer tubers and friends and whatnot. This beer, though, I think I'm going to be a little greedy for once in my life and drink this one by myself, because I just probably never going to get to try something like this again, and I just want the full effect of a 12-ounce bottle. I'm probably going to do it. Maybe I'll save it and do it for like my 2000th beer review or something. That'll be later this year, so maybe not. Maybe I'll just do it as a special review period. So huge thanks to Chris for all 5 of these beers. Really cool. He was able to hook me up with a couple fresh Hop Butcher beers. I mean, Hop Butcher just sent a beer mail, and I mentioned to him, because before he sent out the mail, he was like, "Oh, did you get a box yet from Hop Butcher?" I was like, "Yeah, the day he sent me that message, I actually just got the box that morning, and then I unboxed it that night." And I told him, "Yeah, here's what they sent me," and he's like, "All right, I'm going to send you a couple fresher ones that you didn't get." So huge thanks to Chris for all of these beers. Really cool to be able to try this, another Revolution barrel-aged beer, a Vienna Lager from Goldfinger, and 2 more Hop Butcher beers. So be on the lookout for reviews of all these beers over the next couple months outside of maybe this one. I don't know. I might, like I said, I might make this a special review, but I can't wait to get into all of them. Thanks again, Chris, from the bottom of my heart. Really cool, dude. And yeah, anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer mail unboxing here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.